think in order to be inclusive, you have to have a diverse pool of people. But out of the two, I think inclusion is the most powerful one, because in order to be inclusive, that means that you are providing a seat at the table for those who are marginalized, and then you are listening to them. You are not just speaking, but truly acting upon what they're requesting or their suggestions, and truly listening to in order to make an impact where everybody feels empowered, where everybody feels like they are understood and represented.
I think about diversity and inclusion, I think about the breadth and the responsibility that's communicated in both of those terms. For me, diversity is everything. So it has to be thinking about who people are in regards to all of the ways that make us diverse, from racial and ethnic diversity to diversity of thought, to gender diversity, to socioeconomic standing, religion. I mean, the list goes on, right? And it's our responsibility to think about all of the ways in which we need to be thinking about and talking about diversity, but it's also our responsibility to think about what it is that we're doing every day to make sure that people at Ohio University understand how important diversity is for all the work that we do. It's also our responsibility to think about the ways in which we are being inclusive and affirming and celebratory of the various diversities that we have here on campus.
So diversity inclusion means to me basically trying to find ways to make our community, our events, our organizations more equitable and inclusive for all students of the Ohio University community. So whether that be doing new, diverse, dynamic events that we may have not done before, whether that be giving more information and trying to be more intentional with our recruitment efforts to communities and populations of the university that don't often take part in our organizations. My job on a day-to-day basis is basically ensuring that our students are aware and made sure they know the available opportunities for themselves to delve deeper into our university's initiatives for diversity, inclusion, and equity, as well as just really emphasizing the importance of why we have those programs and why they can make our community better.
It means that everyone on this planet has something that makes them diverse, and including them in the conversation is what's important and why the office is here.
For diversity and inclusion, I think sometimes we get caught up in just the diversity part of diversity and inclusion. I like to think of diversity and inclusion as a plant, to put it very basic, but when we think about diversity and inclusion, we cannot have diversity and inclusion without one another. So when I think of inclusion, that's the soil, diversity is the plant. If we just have the plant can't grow, right? So we have to make sure we're really creating an inclusive space. We do this by recognizing identities, creating quality programming, and doing a lot of outreach to make sure that we're not only providing great content, but that we're always growing, addressing where we've messed up or where we need to grow, but also making sure we're always ready to change and alter and move forward.